Hello, my people. Hi, guys. Hi, how are you doing? How's 2021 taking you? I hope you're doing very well. This is my second video of 2021. I pre-recorded it. I had pre-recorded it before, but I lost the content because of deleting items without thinking. So I lost it, but we can still do it because the information is still here and the camera is still here and it is charged. We can still record, so stay here. This is Gakoi Waireri, Real Estate Demystified. Let us learn more about real estate. So, first of all, let me apologize. If you see me doing this and I'm not looking at you, it's because I have angled the phone a bit differently today. So I'm kind of confused because the camera is usually there. There is where the camera is usually at, and it's my most comfortable position. So because I usually look at it and talk to you and feel like me and you are connecting, but today the camera is here. So I'm still finding myself, so if you see some disconnect, like we are talking lakini sikuangali, si kupotea napotea, the camera imeshade. So yes, so that's why. So if you see that, just pardon me. So today I'm actually going to be talking about a certain topic that I have been putting off. Every time I record, I say, when we will talk about later, and we'll talk about that in the later video. So today I've actually decided to do it because it was supposed to be one of my first videos this year. Thank God it's this year, so we can actually do it. And it's about payments for real estate products. No, those are not 3 points, that's just 1 point. It's just me doing payments for real estate products. So it's payment for real estate products, and we're going to learn about the various forms of payments that we have for real estate products so that you can learn how, because I know you've already written down the things you want to do in 2021 or 2022, or the plan you have maybe in purchasing an item. And I want to tell you that there are more ways than one you can purchase real estate items. It doesn't have to be all cash. You don't have to be a billionaire. You don't have to be a millionaire. You actually just have to want to do it, and God will give you a way. And when He does, you need to have the information so that you can know, so God has given me this new job and God has given me this new contract. So I'll be making this money every quarter, and this is more than I need currently. So I can actually save, those kind of stuff. So we are going to learn about payment plans today, and that is what I'm recording so that we can watch and learn. And yes, okay, let's start. So we've started one, and I've moved. I want you to have every angle. I know you've seen this house so very many times, but still notebook and notes. Thank God I apologized before I started. So today we're talking about payment plans. We're talking about payment plans for real estate products. Just for the people who are watching this for the first time, my name is Gakoi Waireri. I am a real estate consultant, and I also do real estate agency. So I help people source and buy mostly houses that they want either to make an investment out of, or they actually want to occupy. Currently, I run with 2 projects. I'm about to add a third one. So I run with 2 projects. I have a project in Westlands General Mathenge. It's called Oyster Pearl. And I have another one in Langata. It's called Oyster Muse. Those 2 projects are running concurrently, and they're going to be ending the end of this year. And that means we have a few units that we need to sell this year. So those are the 2 projects I'm running with. So I had thought earlier that I should record something that talks about payment plans when you're planning to purchase a unit. And we're going to talk about the first plan. The first plan we're going to talk about is the most obvious plan. That's a cash plan. When you hear a real estate agent or a salesperson or a developer mention that this unit is available for cash purchases, this is what they mean. They mean that you as a client, you have the option of coming in to view the unit. This is whether it's ready, ongoing, or off plan. Remember I had done the differences of what all that means? Yes. Regardless of what stage of construction that project is, you have the option of a cash payment, which means that you as a client can actually come in and buy the product cash. Cash payment for real estate does not mean you come and you pay everything at once. Cash payment does not mean that you pay everything at once. It's not like a shop that you go and now you give the money and you get the unit. This is for some reasons that we will discuss. If you're buying a fully built unit, you're buying a unit that is fully complete, that is built. Yes, I am concentrating mostly on houses because that's my niche. That's what I concentrate on mostly, and that is what I deal with mostly, and that is what I am good at mostly. I'm not very good with land, but I am all right with housing. Anyway, so as I was saying, if you're planning to buy, if you're buying a unit that has been built and it is ready for occupation, everything, all the papers are on point, you are buying this unit and you want to buy it cash, it means that you have a period of up to 90 days to make your payment and then occupy. And then within that period of 90 days, you will get all the documentation necessary that is used to prove that you have purchased the unit and that the unit is yours. So if the unit is complete, within 90 days, you have to have finished paying for that unit, and also you will get all the documentation that backs up your ownership and transfers the unit from the seller to you or from the developer to you. This is applicable for houses that are ready to occupy. Now, if you're buying a house that is ongoing and you're buying it via cash payment, it means that you're in a position to make a payment within the same period of time. This is within 90 days. You come, you see the house, you like it, and then within 90 days you have prepared your finances and you're ready to pay. So you pay for that unit, but it is with the understanding that you can only get so many documents as proof of ownership. You may not get them all. Because if a project is ongoing and construction is taking place, it is not possible to transfer a unit from the developer to you when it's not ready. What they will do, they will give you other documentations, which I will actually be covering. I've already started, I know, which I will be covering after the topic of payment plans. There will be documents that you will be given at this stage that prove ownership and prove that you actually own the unit, even if it is incomplete. These documents are also the ones that will be used to register your apartment in your name, and they will be used for you. You know, they will be used to register that apartment in your name, but you will not get them at purchase because the unit is incomplete. Yeah? Then, if you're buying a project that is off plan, this means that you have come when they've just had the idea and they bought the land and they're clearing the land. It's off plan. Nothing has been done on that land. And then you come in and you want to buy, and you want to buy via cash. It is also possible, but it is the same as an ongoing project, with the understanding that you will not get all the documents needed as proof of ownership. You will only get them once the project is ready. Well, this plan of cash payment plan may not be applicable to most of us. It is not applicable to everyone. But for those people who buy in bulk and for the intentions of resale, cash payments are usually the best payment plans, because cash payment plans, especially for off-plan and ongoing projects, usually attract the cheapest price for off-plan and ongoing. Why not for finished? Because a finished product that is ready to be consumed may not have the leeway to do a longer payment period, because this person who is selling, if it is finished, they are ready to offload it. So they want their money. Either they move to the next project or they move to the next endeavor, or they do the next thing. So it's finished, they want to sell it, that's it. So a longer payment plan may not be applicable for a unit that is fully complete. But for these other units, the ones that are ongoing, the ones that are off plan, this payment plan is applicable. It has the advantage of being very cheap. You get these units cheaper than somebody who buys them when they are ready. There's a risk. I've always said there's a risk in everything. I've never denied there's a risk. If it is off plan or ongoing and you purchase a unit cash, your risk is higher. Hence the discount on the price, by the way. So your risk is higher because should the project either stall or should the project not go on and they file bankruptcy, you stand to lose more. Of course, legally speaking, you are supposed to be paid back, but sometimes project fails because the ability of the contractor or the developer to continue with the project is minimal, and they know that they will not be able to do it. They know they will not be able to finish. They probably don't even have the money to finish, so they might not have the money to pay you back. So that risk is there and it is high. But if you know the developer, if you trust the investment, this is a good payment plan that enables you buy at the cheapest price, especially if you're an investor. If you're looking to offload this unit, you will do it. If you're looking to offload the purchase, maybe as a resale, or you're looking to rent it out, your ROI, your return on investment will be higher. So that's the first payment plan. Let's go to the second payment plan. I'm so excited, I don't know why. So, we're talking about payment plans. Number 2, we talked about cash. Now we talk about another one. There's another payment plan called the cash spread payment plan. The cash spread payment plan is only applicable for projects that are either off plan or are ongoing, meaning they are yet to be complete. So they are not ready for occupation. There are works going on, construction is going on, but they are selling them as they construct. So this payment plan, apart from the cash payment plan, this is the second option you have when you're purchasing such kind of a unit. The cash spread plan is a plan that is customizable in most cases. Remember, when I talk about this is a general knowledge, but in most cases, this is a plan that is customizable. You get to actually dictate, or you get to tell what your ability or what frequency you can apply to the payment plan. So depending on how long it'll take for the project to be complete, whether the project is nearing completion or the project is farther away from completion, you can now make a decision as to how you can customize your payment to fit within the period of construction. This is mostly given for projects that are under development and mostly by the developers themselves. They give you an option, they tell you, well, I will finish this project. Like for instance, our projects, both the Oyster Pearl in General Mathenge and Oyster Muse in Langata, both will be complete by the end of the year of 2021. So anybody who comes in at this time and chooses this payment plan, it means that they have a period of up to 12 months to make periodic customizable payments until completion of the project. That is what it means. It is not to be confused with the rent to own payment plan that came under affordable housing concept by the government. The affordable housing concept usually means that you actually invest in a project, whether ready or not ready. You pay amounts that are almost similar to what you would pay as rent for a period as long as 30 years. And for this project, for this payment plan, it means that you can go for a very long period, as I mentioned, as long as 30 years. So this one doesn't matter whether the project is ready or whether the project is ongoing. It just means that if for instance, if it is ongoing, you will pay as they construct, they finish, you move in, you continue paying, and you will not have an ownership document until you finish. So rent to own and spread payment plans, those are kind of different. The spread payment plan is only up to completion of construction, only up to the period when you can actually occupy the house. That is what we refer to as the spread payment. Now, the spread payment has its advantage. The advantage of making a spread payment is just, for one, you have flexibility in payment, meaning you have flexibility in terms of duration. You also have flexibility in terms of how much money you pay and at what intervals you can pay. If you're a person who earns a salary every month, it means that you can be able to actually place your payments on a monthly basis and pay as you receive income on a monthly basis, and pay as construction continues. It also means that if you're a person of business and maybe you're a business person and maybe you get your money quarterly or bi-monthly, you can actually customize your payment to suit the times when you get the money. For rent to own, it also means that now you have a longer period of payment, and it does not necessarily deviate from the amount you've been paying from the rental unit that you probably are living in. That's the difference. It also, the spread payment can also be customized, because now this is for different developers. So different developers will customize it differently. But I know of developers who will customize according to project progress. You see, what project progress means is that if you came in and the project, like for instance, General Madenge here, it's going to the 13th floor and we're currently on the 11th floor. So we are kind of 60% done. So it means that you can customize your payment and say, when we are at 70% done, you'll pay at 10%. When you're at 80, you'll pay another 10. When you're at 90, you'll pay another 10. And already you've paid a deposit maybe of even 20. And then when you're complete, you will pay the balance. Just hold on a bit. I keep getting interrupted. I have clients. Finished with my client. So, as I was saying earlier, it means that, what was I saying? Yes, it means that you can actually time your payments with the construction progress. It means that it offers you more security than the cash payment, because you see, cash payment you've paid, whether they are slow or quick, you've paid and you've finished and nothing can be done. But the spread payment means that if they delay, your payment also delays. If they are fast, then it means you also have to hurry to keep up with the construction. So that is what the cash spread payment means. Now we're going to the third payment plan. So we've discussed cash, kila kitu in 90 days, unalipa everything. In 90 days, you're done. Spread payment, you customize your payment depending on the construction progress or the timeline of construction. You just spread your payment until the project is ready for occupation. Not to be confused with rent to own, which just means that you pay pole pole for a very check the door. So as I was saying, the spread payment, don't confuse it with rent to own, because rent to own nile longer. So now we go to the third payment plan, which is the mortgage plan. By now we all know what a mortgage plan is. We know what a mortgage is actually. Mortgage is a financial product that comes from a financial institution. The financial institution may be a bank, it may be a SACCO, and sometimes it comes from an employer who is willing to assist their employees purchase a home. A mortgage specifically means a loan for a home. It is not a loan for anything else. It is where you get a financial help from a financial institution to purchase a home. So when it comes to a real estate selling agent, or when it comes to a developer, whether it's a mortgage purchase or a purchase that is financed by your employer, the difference is not much. So a financial institution usually offer mortgages differently. There are some financial institutions that offer a mortgage that goes up to 105 of the value of the house. That is 105% of the value of the house. There are some that offer 70, others offer 90, others offer 100. So it really depends on the financial institution. But now when it comes to the purchase, from whoever you're purchasing from, if you are intending to take a mortgage and this unit is a complete unit, the mortgage period, that is a period as to the period which the period it will take for the bank to transfer the money that you have applied for to the developer is usually 90 days. So usually what happens is that the bank comes in, sees the property you want to buy, they value it, they know the price that you've purchased it at, they give a letter of undertaking to the developer, and then they transfer the funds once your application for the mortgage has gone through. So the developer in this case, or the agency that is selling, can actually wait for that period. They can wait for the 90 days so that the money is paid. But now this is applicable if you are buying a finished product. If you're buying a product that is off-plan or ongoing and you wish to use a mortgage, it is a requirement by the developer that you book the unit using a deposit. This deposit ranges. It's 5% for some, it's 10% for others, it's 20% for others. It depends. But this payment plan allows you to actually just book the unit with your deposit, the 20%, let's say for instance, you book the unit with the 20% deposit, and then you wait until the project is over, and then you pay the remaining percentage, which is either 80 or, 80 in this case, because we're using 20% deposit. Now, this payment plan, when you're coming into a project that is ongoing or a project that is off plan, the developer may not require you to provide evidence that you will be financed. He may not require that. So all he requires you to do is say, yes, I want this apartment. I'm being financed, but I have an amount here at 10% or 20% that I will book with it. Now, this payment plan is usually the best payment plan for purchases, especially for projects that are incomplete. Why is it the best? Because it gives the client, it gives the buyer the biggest leverage. This means that you own the unit at the deposit. Once you pay the deposit, you own the unit, but you still have your money. The only downside that a mortgage has is that a mortgage payment plan attracts the highest price in a development. Because you see how the developer reasons is that this money, you will not be giving the developer this money to help them construct. So they have to borrow. Whatever you're not giving them to construct your unit, they have to borrow. And where they borrow, they will be charged interest. So that interest they pass on to you. That is why a mortgage purchase will always be more expensive. And I'm speaking from the developer's point of view. It will always attract the highest price than all the other payment plans. It will attract a higher payment price than the cash and the spread. As for rent to own, they might be on the same level, because even rent to own, time value for money is stretched a bit further, meaning that there is some interest that is due to be incurred. So those are the most common payment plans that you will find when it comes to purchasing a unit: an ongoing unit, an off-plan unit, or a finished unit. We have the cash payment, the spread payment, and the mortgage payment, and also the rent-to-own payment plan, which is applicable for projects mostly under the affordable housing concept by the government, where you have longer payment periods of paying an apartment as if it belongs to you, as if you're just paying rent. Okay? So when you're penning down and when you're writing down your intentions to buy, it is important for you to know what options you have available. It is important for you to know how you can make your payments, and so that it helps you plan. Because when you plan, you plan your money. You're able to know this project is running for 5 years. In the next 5 years, I am making X and X amount of money. And even by the time I finished paying, if I bought this property at 2 million, it will probably have gone to 2.3, 2.4. I don't like going very high. So it will have appreciated in value. And that is good for you, because you will have gotten it at a good price. The payment plan you will choose is comfortable for you specifically. So you don't have to get a payment plan that is for somebody else. That is why you will realize, if you walk into a development and you are 3 of you, and 3 of you purchase the same unit but with different payment plans, the 3 of you will get different prices. So if you're always wondering why there's a change in price or why there's a difference in price and the unit is the same, it is mostly determined by the payment plan that you choose. So be wise. At least now you know which payment plan means what. Panga yourself, make sure you have your things in an orderly manner. Choose a payment plan that is convenient and that will not cost you anything extra. Now, in the next video, I know I say that a lot. In the next video, we will cover the other costs that come with purchasing of a unit. Then you will get to know why a unit may be advertised at 1.9, but by the time you're completing payment, it's around 2.1. So we will discuss that too, and then you will get to know. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Gakoi Waireri, Real Estate Demystified. We're calling it Red 2021. Red 2021. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button, follow, like, share, do everything you possibly can so that this information is out there, so that you get to learn more about home purchases. From me here at Real Estate Demystified, Gakoi Waireri, bye-bye. And do have a blessed time. God bless you. See ya.